Okay, so after searching everywhere and even getting a primordial 15 right down where you fight the Bud, Romina, yeah, all the way down there, couldn't find the there's one down there, but apparently so I just spoke to someone on Discord. So the Hallowed here in Hinterland is the one for the Godskin Celebrant. I was going to get it. Yep. I recorded an hour because even a mage that does. I just asked. So some of these mages will get 2 of these jewels because there's only a couple more left open. He said there's one. Apparently, so there's meant to not be one for the perfume or something like that. I don't know. But we are just about to find out. As I've been everywhere. Oh yeah, these weapons are all right there. 14, 14, 13. This is our main weapon. This is a better weapon though. Oh wait there. We had to do some changes as we was in Pestfred country, and I was getting absolutely. That should be right. Yeah, I was getting my it handed to me, literally, from the Pestfreds. That's why we got 9. Wait there. We go. 14. I must have upgraded the shield to 15. Yeah. Wait there, this shield on my back, is that a 15? Yeah, the Starlight shield is a 15. Oh my god. We're only using it because it's very good for spells. Because it's an extra passive healing. Yeah. Even though we're in medium mode. Anyway. I've been searching for this for about 3 hours. Hinterland. Straight away. And we was going this way. But keep on guessing and all that lot. I know where to go in future with other playthroughs. It's better just to lay it down. I mean, not lay it down, write it down. No. Yeah, we're dead, man. Steak America. With that, there's got to be. Is there Steak America in the hat? There is. Alright, okay. I was going to say, because we didn't put one of those on. Hold on, wait there. We've been doing it that way. If this guy gets the slightest, if he gets one on you, like what he just did then, like a launch up in the air. Hallowed bright keeper. We will see. Because these jewels have been more. The first one was for like 3 mages. Then one of the other ones were like one of the mages. It said mage, so you could put that on. You could have 2. If these are more powerful, because then it takes up 4 talisman. We'll see now. Manifest a jewel. Alright. A powerful artifact granting effects favoured by necromancers. Fundamentalists. Celebrants. Yes, that's us. Wow. So you've got the necromancers. The fundamentalists. And that's us there. The jewel of the Slayer. Wow. Okay. We can get rid of that. And see what all this is about. A powerful artifact grants many effects. Wait there. 51. So it boosts your stats a little bit. 51 in intelligence and 68 in faith. And they're the 2 stats that Jewel of the Slayer. Well, now you know. It's better to write these down. So the mage was. These are all magic. Couldn't get to that one, but it's right below. It's not there. It's like right down. Right down in the depths. Really, somewhere along here, or I got lost. It could even be in there somewhere. The only other one I couldn't find was. Have we done that one? And where have I just been? Ra. Yeah, around here. So we done that one, but that's a different area. So we got near here. Yeah, I couldn't find this one. So Ra, Relictuary of the Rugged, and the other one was Grace, and apparently it's one for everyone. There is a lot. So that's Necromancer. Like there was Bow and Prisoner. That was there. So if you're doing Bow, definitely get that because Bow is very, very good. We're doing another Bow playthrough because we didn't finish it last time. Soon it's all meant to be a lot better. Hallowed. See, the Hallowed is. Reminds me of Mortal Shell 2. I think they got, or was that, they got a Hallowed or Hardened Shield, or Hardened, I don't know, it's because we played it recently. They got a Hallowed type of name. The Rugged. Now, I was so close to this, I could see it below me, but it was like, did you trust to jump? We even got, went across and got this weapon here, yeah, which that we use because it's obviously across the invisible bridge. Yep, and the new spells which I've never seen before, and this is an aspect's incantation of a sealed god. These are the rot spells. So looking at those, they're 39, 39, 30, 30. This one, that might be the highest, 39, 39. So you've got to remember if it's a single stat, which most spells are. So the Godskin, not Godskin, the Dragon Cult is a single stat. So it could go up to like the 70, you know? It's a lot easier. Yeah. The Godskin is one of the strongest in my opinion in the game. No, not Godskin, the Dragon Cult is. But this jewel here, a powerful artifact granting many effects favoured by Godskin celebrants. So it costs, Yeah. And I'll tell you what, when if you go through the whole game, you get so many. You end up with loads of talismans, and you think to yourself, God, I've got all this. The same with the physics as well, you know? It's a bit weird that you have to jump over there and there. Now we've got this, and it is getting towards midnight for me now, so it'll be today. So it'll be coming up to Friday morning in a minute. So this is only we've done an hour recording of this. I will keep some of those in, so it'll help some people and it will refresh my memory. But the next thing will be exploration of this and the fingers, but also and here, yes, which is going into next Celebrant Annex there, and our final spells, which should be new, is the Fog-Roof Catacombs, which is all modded. So I think we're going to leave it there because this is in the hinterland. Look at that. Okay. Fantastic. I'm going to get a new thumbnail as well up. Take the what do we call it out? Hide all the stuff and just click on that. That would do. Yeah. Anyway, that's all I wanted to do. It just took one person in Discord to get back to me, literally within, because we're on another time zone, must be the American, do you know what I mean? Straight away. Yep. So yeah. So it's just, I was thinking this hello, but I thought, okay, so you have to go up there, do that, blah 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 blah, get here. You don't have to be Gaius and all that lot, do you know what I mean? Because you can just avoid all that by jumping around the rafters and all that lot. But you don't have to do Gaius or anything like that. We don't. It's not like to do this. I've done all this before, every single class. We're just going to do what we've got to do, look at the new areas and whatnot, do you know what I mean? Beat the game, and then most probably start a stream. Because the first video done well. Why? Because it was early release, no one had it. Now people have had it, and it's not doing so well, but that's how things are, you know? But anyway, we shall see when we get to the new content, because everyone's seen all the new content because people have streamed it. But have they seen every single detail that they've had? Because Couch Jockeys just add a load more with the patch that he done about 12 hours ago. So there's added a lot more nerfs, buffs, and all that lot. So yeah. Right, so we're going to continue recording tomorrow. Look at the new stuff and see how powerful these weapons are. I'll test them in the in a minute in the dummy back at the the round table. Anyway, finally got it. Yeah, just one question instead of like literally 3 hours I've been running around here. Mind you, we got little graces. Didn't mean to put the shield up to a 15, but there you go. And it's hard to find. We didn't get a 15 somber, but I know where there will be one. There'll be one up near Dragon Peak. So there's one up there, scorched. So the Vulcanist or anything like that, because that was 3 classes there. So they've got to have all 27 covered. But apparently, so there's one that's not covered because it's from a big stream and it said, "Oh, I can't play this one. Get our jewel yet because it's not ready to do a certain class." It might be the perfumer. I'm not too sure. But anyway. Let's see how powerful this is now. Okay, here we are outside my dungeon to get the last spells of this class. We've got all the weapons. They're missing one weapon, but it's a sickle. Whether it's a bugged out thing or whatever, but we accidentally put this. I mean, this is a. This is not as somber because I'd have made one of these at 15. You know, it's just I upgraded it because we went as we was looking. Here you're going to find 15s. I can guarantee you, if you went up towards here, you'll find a 15 as well. Up towards where what's his name is up here, Bale. You'll find a 15 smithing stone or whatever. But this is the Fogriff Catacombs, which if you know where it is, you go up along here, round and down. So when I come in here, I didn't expect this for the first time. Now I looked in here quite a while back and I thought, oh, okay, so they've done a, you know, and also this is where one of the new bosses is. So the new bosses are the one that's in there, the Godskin, whatever it's called, I forget now. But it's a male version. The other, technically big new boss is this one here, the Mystic Huntress. We got this. We went to this early, still alive. I don't know where the other one is, but I think it's in here. But it looks like it's a frost type boss. You know, so you it could be Park Pacific or whatnot. But as we go in there, this is the first time just going in there, and we are going to use spells, so I want to see what damage we're going to do. Considering we've only got this is the most poise we've had in the game so far. Yeah, well. I know I've this trouble, like hitting, it's like fighting fire with fire. And the locking on is, this is meant to be bugged with this spell. This seal is a plus 14. You gotta wait. Yeah, it's just got a buttload of HP. Now remember, with this dual system, you have to go and get 4 talismans, and these are the ones that you make. You have to get 4 talismans, and I wonder if I could do the old. And we got the FP for this, so we can't use this. Can't we use, when we could use, I'm just trying to think, we did use that, and why have we got a bubble come up? this something to do with this one? A powerful artifact granting many effects favoured by the Godskin. I've put this on because we was using a lot of spells. Otherwise we could have used this one here just for the buff, or this one here for the stamina. I might have cast Blessed of Grace. No, I haven't. We just this is stops, yeah, it stops. You can't cast that. Interesting, you can't cast that. They put another seal on. Then we've got the other Godskin ones. So it doesn't do the, this, what it was doing. I wonder if it's to do with that talisman. I'm wearing this here. Okay, let's go with a non... I don't know. It's not this. So we can't do Blessings of the Grace. And we can't do T-Bone. Okay. Let's take that off. Ah! To do with the talisman. Yep, so... can't do that. So anything that's out of the Godskin stuff, or anything, as soon as I took that off, and that gives us our heal. So putting that on, I wonder, I mean... oh, so you can't... okay. You need a passive heal. Just testing. So all the time, you'd have to take this off to cast a passive heal on yourself. Because this lasts forever. This healing, Blessing of the Grace. And this shield is only because it gives you more FP healing. So we was testing because it looks like you've got some big boys in it. As you'll see, if we should do damage with this, but we're gonna see if we're in other mode. This is like Shadow Somber, so would that be 12? I don't know, 11, 12, yeah. No, it's interesting to know because I want to see these spells. As we're up against all these Godskin types. So taking off the jewel, if you wanted to cast, because you've got no healing spells, no? Well, we have, but you have to take off the jewel. It's like the Godskin. No problem. Okay, let's see how he does with this one. This is the new boss in here. I'd rather take a nice slow walk through here than just run through here. This is technically more of a melee build than it is a spells build. Malekith armor it does improve the everything to do with the melee, stamina, all that sort of stuff. And this shield here is definitely a get. They've made the F. Oh, so he dropped a golden extract then. Oh, and we've still got our thingy. Why did he drop a golden extract? Because all the walking mausoleums in here, that's what they drop, golden extracts, which is just a refill of your physics. And what have we got on our physics? Restores, that's okay, and temporary boosts holy attacks, because we are more of a holy. Malekith's blade is holy, yeah. Holy, but it does scale with int and faith. Like, if you want a purebred, then there's a couple I do know. Dragon Cultist and another one that I found the spells, the master spells. I guess we're getting now. I found them behind Gaius. That was last year. So I changed. I put this in the offhand, and this shield here. So we're going off the FP region. I don't want to use any. And hold on, wait there. I'm going to put this to the test as well. Because, yeah, this didn't work. The Starlight Shards, yeah. That's a waste. It's doing the same as the shield. So, Couch, I had a load of Starlight Shards throughout the game, and you did Starlight. I thought so. It doesn't work then if you've got this FP healing. Well, half the class are mages, you know what I mean? So, yeah. So it's a bug. So obviously, and also this spell is meant to lock on more, which I don't think it is doing. I thought we was locking on better for more of a distance. You can lock on with this from quite a way, and let me see. Now, with Dark Souls 3 version of this, I can remember when it was at 50, when they started at 100 metres. 100 metres you could lock on. It was so easy. Yeah. Then they nerfed it to 50 metres. And when you go into an area, just in the catacombs in Dark Souls 3, the area is complete black. But because it was mainly a spells mod then, you could lock on to everything by just hitting the lock on button and bomb, it was away. They nerfed it from 100 to 50. Didn't matter. Still worth going back to doing that. I don't know why they don't update that mod to the current patch of Dark Souls 3 because you always have to down patch to play it. Because I haven't played it. I haven't played it since Elden Ring came out. You know, because the last I was playing Dark Souls 3 Convergence, the last patch on a Dark Souls 3 version of it, on the night that this was coming out. Elden Ring was being launched at midnight. So, and the last patch of this game was no different from the patch before. So it's like, they've modded a lot of dungeons, not here but in the main game as well. And you can see that with, because if you want to see every single boss in here, it's not Consort Radahn that gives you the map from here, it's Mesmer that gives you the map from here. Same as the Snowfield, when I was looking for all the maps, because we got a lot of maps, so the Snowfield map won't be any boss if it's Millennia. So I think the Vulgar Militia boss is in the Halleck Tree, but then if you go through here, you've got the Vulgar Militia here, but someone said the Vulgar Militia is in their Discord, it's in the thingy. They've reduced the boss's health or put his bosses up. They've done one or the other of the big Vulgar Militia you fight. Not too worried about that, but that was all put in their video that they done, you know. So this is okay. The mod is out for everyone now, but I've had early access to this for over a week. While people, which you could do, load in your save and it would still work, I created a new save. But all the saves I had were like, you know, where I just wanted to do something new, you know? Because we could have gone to late game and got all the new stuff, but I'm not interested about showing new spells, this, and just moving on. Now, let's see, because sometimes this could be a war. It's going to be easy to go through because you've got the new boss with spells, in my opinion. So this won't, see, it won't work now. So you won't be able to cast this unless I take the jewel off. Jewel of the player. Ah, so there's an up. Okay, and there's a down. We must have this one. Yeah. One of those ones. Oh, great. Oh, you can stand on this then. Let's just see. So we get our new spells. Still a melee build. I've seen how much you can do damage wise you can do with the bikes is. Well, with the frenzy, but the frenzies are hard. Some of them, like the level 1, is hard. You have to be moped to get the armor and whatnot. Large. So it's just for. It's only got released officially, like, not even 2 days ago, so I've got it down. It'll be 2 days, midnight tonight, that Couch Jockey posted the patch with all the, we could see the updates, but now the patch notes are updated with the new bosses and the changes he's made. And no, like there's a spell in the, not in this part, a spell in such and such in oh, it's in the frenzied, yeah. I'll see how much damage it's doing. First time, yeah, we didn't go up and do the, what's the name? So, when I went up here, that's disappeared. This had a boss name of, not, whatever the name was, a different boss name up here. Because I could see the boss name. The stage front, it had, I don't know, it's not, whatever it's like Divine Beast, it's someone else. That's disappeared since the update. Perhaps that's a bug. Perhaps it's a bug or something, I don't know. Because technically to see everything in the DLC here, I could definitely see this up here going through there. You've got to be mesmerised to see everything. Every cave and whatnot. So this guy is like the matriarch, but just a different version. If we wore the other armor, then we'd have more cast speed. So if we went a little bit lower, we didn't have Malekith's armor on, and we put on. So I'm trying to dissect this build a minute. So our armor is this, which is like 10 poise. It says 46, but you put the full lot on. So this is the and this has been reworked in this mod. So this armor here, which is the Apostle, this is the cast speed one, where it's got more cast speed, a lot more, you know. So all you got to do is change the talisman for that. So I did put it up there. We're going to go all the way through it. Don't want to rest at any graces until we get, because we've got the new boss. Could be getting benefits as a jewel. I do not know. We can, I mean, so if I want to, we have got the healing, passive healing, but you have to, I mean, it's not, just in case you choose one of these classes, obviously, I wonder if 2 of these stack these jewels. Like I was saying in the, I only got a smile when I said this to one of the devs yesterday in their Discord, because I could see that some of the mages had, like, you could possibly have 2 jewels, and they just put a smile by it, not a yes or no, I was like, but it looks that way to me. A magic based one, and they got the like Nox Oracle and a couple, just one I can think of in my head and another one. I thought, with that you technically could have two. They reworked Malekith's blade to whatever, I do not know. Now, I wonder if they're going into this sort of... You shouldn't be, I'm just thinking of the... I suppose we got more FP with the spell mode. So it's not a warping thing then, like the Garden of Eyes, because when you see this misty stuff like this, I know it's a different mod, but we chunk smells into that. That had an update when this got launched, literally. I was like, oh, okay, it couldn't come up. Nia's, okay. Nia's Passat, a narrow light sword, warps in a single leather strap. Nia, one-time companion of Sullen's, and a company of, was inspired by the nobility of the children of America, millennia from her grace and skill of medicine, the loyalty and determination it was that led her to follow into the land of shadow. Unique skill, millennium homage. Now avoid this, I bet it's a trick weapon. Grip the blade above the hilt, perform a sequence of sweeping slashes, follow up with another skill, attack to repeat the follow up and a heavy leap upwards, then rushing with a forward powerful impaling, impaling thrust. A lot of those weapons like. So I wonder if it's those trick weapons. Okay then. Alright. We've only found one trick weapon. Okay, there's mimic chests here. Yeah. Wonder if I could tell. I'll tell what. If that's affecting our... We could just go, because all the everything stacks. Yeah. Yeah, because the mimic chests. I've come across 3. I didn't know they put mimic chests in there. Alright, okay then. Which one's that? 10. Let's put... As we work so hard to get this jewel. Okay. So that's what you need. For the jewels, you need an enchanted. You need one of each, apart from the one you get from bosses. So you need one like this and 3 others, and you have to sacrifice those when you find what jewel you want to use. Like I went through a lot yesterday because where's the guessing going? Done this out very nice. Consider this one where one of the new bosses. Bit of a lag on it. It might be because I've got Chrome open. I have to close that browser down. Let's do that in a minute. and I want to do another playthrough with a different class. Could do all 27 classes when you know start knowing where. No, I know where a lot of the jewels are now. It's just the other ones. It's just you don't have to like beat Consort Redan. Obviously, you do have to beat elderlies and whatnot. But one class does take you to Consort Redan, and that is because I haven't played this class for a long time, a couple of years. So if something was new or old, I would have not known. But we played the Consort Redan one, which is the fundamentalist. That takes you just to get his armour. So if you're willing to do that, by all means, you know. Okay. Large. That's a 14, I do know that. What is that? Wait there. It's a 14, yeah. So we've got 11 of those. So, because we have got our thingy, we don't need to get anything else. Now, this looks like a trick weapon to me. Millennium Homage. We've got one trick weapon, but they was taken. I'm not too sure whether it is the case now. Whether they didn't want to be stepping on From Soft's tiptoes so much. We're talking about taking stuff from Night Rain. They was going to do it, or they might have changed their minds or whatever. Oh! So that's the thing. So are we coming here? No? Yeah, we did. We're sure we're coming that way. But it doesn't trigger if you... Hold on. Secret. Let me just check something for a minute. I've got to take this thing off all the time. It's the only way you can check if something's by T-boning. It's just playing it safe against Sam's like that. With a different type of seal, this does a lot of damage. Yep, Sacred Ground does. Alright, okay, so... there's a lever there, might be for that. So that's down, okay. Oh. Hope this is not to the boss. Otherwise we'll be going back up. Yeah. I ain't done the whole area. Feels like there's a lot left. Okay, so then you've got Matey there. Yeah, but he's a god. He's Godskin type. Lovely. The only way you're gonna knock this guy down. Oh, you've got the militia in it as well. It's just the bar in black flame. Does it blow them up? But you have to wait a minute for it to take effect, a couple of seconds. It leaves you vulnerable for a bit. Shadow. Alright, let's look at that. Our new spells could be really potent. I don't know. That's what it is on our patch notes. It should be. Yeah. Shadow Ruin of the Black Flame. There's everything we got for this class. Fogrift Catacombs. That's why I'm playing it slightly cagey. Oh, you could get up there, or is it jump down? Is that anything important in there? It could be. It's not purple, but then. There is a jump. If I was naked, I'd be able to jump up on that. Didn't we just went all this way? Oh no, there's another way down there. Okay. Perhaps we can leave that while we're... Yeah, that can be... Could be anything in there, can it? We start. Yeah. That lead us. I want to leave that. It's not like yeah, there's that up there. Some of these dungeons are like very big. I'm just wondering if it's that guy that had wielding that sword. Because all these spells here, like Black Firestorm, Black Wave, Dusk Blood is good. Obviously we're in the Wrath of the Queen mode. This is good, but it's just a FP swallower unless we used to put on we're not using a spell, but just at the flip we go into spells. But these two here, we just crank up our damage, but we also crank up the damage we take ourselves. We are int based. It's crazy, but these are the increased. Can't charge spells. Just in case. These would help. That's what I got. In case we didn't meet the stats as well for the arcane. Melee, these all stack, so all three of these would stack because these are the boss fights. So this stack with that, because it only goes up to that. I'm not using a Shard of Alexander. For the other armor, not this one, the one lower, it's really for these spells. It's got the spell cast on it, and you notice it straight away. Wrong one. It's a Godskin, this is. It's another one. Yeah, I can see he's back to us. So about 5 of these. Maybe 2 or 3, 2 seconds, 3. It's more than, yeah, look. That's 3 seconds. Yeah, he's gonna pick aggro. I knew it was the noble. Yeah. So if I put that on, we'd lose stacks. We'll be able to cast faster with no poise. Not getting staggered by it, no. I'm knocking him over. They put the bosses in there, yeah. That's why I was coming in here, building, I thought, right, let's do this with spells. Because we can use any spell that we've got in our inventory. It just means we've got to take a talisman and just take the jewel off. Holy in that. We could have gone with that. Endurance, we could have gone with, oh, it doesn't matter about that 10% mind, because we've got a lot of mind anyway. So you get the stagger. The other one went to, the other one was not doing the stagger. There's some imbalances in some of these. I would say what I saw the do with the spells. and whatnot. There's some better rounded classes. This one's okay, but then again, we haven't got our last spells yet, so. Okay, Blessing of Marika, while we got the other one from the other one. The Blessing of Marika is just like the golden extracts. Okay. Lovely. Out here. Yeah. What's the most minuscule spell? This feels like a legacy dungeon. It does. This is quite some of these dungeons in the DLC. They're pretty big. They've modded some of the big ones, the heroes' graves, in the main game as well. You can see the new bosses when you get their maps. So we fell down it. Guys, take so long to kill. So we got those, they're okay. Frenzied, I see doing a lot of damage as a spell caster. I picked up the it might be the frost, not the frost wedge. It's one of the classes, but in Gaius I picked up the master spells. It said not to be used in this patch. This was a year and a half ago, so considering we're looking for a way out of it, we fell down it. Wherever down there, up there somewhere. It's got to be a lever. There's something in there. Oh no! It's breathing. Let me see if I can. There's only one way to test this. Good old. Yeah, I've gotcha. Knew it. Yeah, it says a poison. You give up 4 talismans. 4 talismans for a jewel. It looks like a new boss. It looks like the Cemetery of Shades, but poison. such little FP. And this is not, this talisman is not for this, you know, this is more towards the new enemy type, yeah. Such low cost, it heals you. There's one way of seeing if it was a boss, I mean not boss, but an enemy or a grey. Okay, so putting our jewel back on. Only let's just use. What was that? A grey. A grey is just 13. 1, 2. I never found the ball bearings. I've only got the ball bearings up to 12. Never found. Well, we've always got 13 or 14, but I know where they are. Both of those. Look at Malekith's. It leaves a white stain as we walk in. Well, the way they described this as, or someone in Discord described it, this weapon's used how the boss uses it, Malekith uses it, and some said they didn't like it. Well, it's up to you. I mean, I know it's been buffed by the devs, so what? It just says it calls it the Black Blade. There's no way we're warping back. No, we have to figure this out. As I've been doing this sort of stuff for nearly 30 years, I can remember being stuck in Tomb Raider dungeons like for 3 days before I figured it out back in the day, because there was nothing online that you could do. We're talking like the mid-90s, you know, and all of a sudden round the corner and you'd done a little jump and it was there in front of you, and I'd be like, how on earth did you miss that? But with Mimic, this is leaving off like our footprints. Malekith's weapon is leaving off like a stain up the wall from the destined death. These jewels got a bit. Someone said, someone must have played one of the melee classes. They said it said like a quality type, said it weren't very good. So it's up to you whether you want to put it on or not. But hold on, it's here, isn't it? How could we not miss this? But we have to get back into our mode again. Large, 14, but 12 of them, and yet most of the weapons are somber. Alright, okay. So we coming through there. We've had to have dealt with Poison Boy. Okay, alright. I wonder if we get this guy's weapon, because one of the new bosses they made last year, Conrad, which was sort of highlighted down in Moog's Palace. Now you do get Conrad's weapon in this mod, it's there. Which I can say, if this is based obviously with a bleed class, this is very, very good, but it's a thrusting sword, but it's got like an explosion animation before it. But yeah. Because Comrade, he didn't have... Oh, we're back in here again with the... Hold on. A shadow ruin. Was this where I was here before, trying to jump that out, and somehow the shadow, yeah, it is somehow a cage. All right, I'll get it. Something dropped, or was it put in place? We always went that way. These appear there again. I don't know how much we've left behind. Yeah, I can hear him. Yeah, he jumped down. They've made these nice Godskin though. Now if you went up there and we done it with the dagger, because we haven't got it on here, if we went up here and done that with this dagger here, right, we wouldn't get the thingy, not in this mode, no. So we fell down there. I'm sure there was something else behind me that I didn't get. It's always good coming into these places for the first time, but what do you reckon? I reckon going down and down and down and down is where mate is. I think we might backtrack a little bit. There's someone marching about. Examine altar. Raise the stone sheath to the dark. Raise stone sheath sword to the dark. Oh, it says we have got the sword because we was down there. Oh, so now it's... Was this that cave then? It must have... Oh, it is! It is that cave. I know it, I recognise it now. Look. I wouldn't know, because this is the... We was down there yesterday looking for, obviously, because this was just bare. I mean, we was right down the bottom there looking for the jewel. Don't be a mimic. Then you would have the thingy that left you, you know, up the top there. This bit here. If you recognise what I'm thinking before. Glass shard, which puts you into red tear stone. So if you bite it, it puts your health down at low. Doesn't kill you, but that's what it's used for. This is exactly like that cave, and it would have been going off. Yeah, it would have been going off this way. Fogworth Catacombs. Now that we got the because you do naturally jump down there. Well, you don't. You fall down it. So we're going to backpedal because I think below is where the boss is. And see if there was another. If there's a. If I haven't missed any side areas or anything like that. But knowing the right, so up. So I just got a feeling that going down is towards the boss without exploring the top properly. Right, let me see if you can. You can. I wonder if I get the weapon from this boss. He's wielding a weapon. He's a Godskin new boss. Okay. A new boss. One of the new. There's a lot of new bosses, like mini bosses, but there's 3 major bosses that's in this mod. You know, this is one of them. Which I didn't know when I chose this class. No, it only clicked to me when I... So, Ruin Arc... So we got those. Obviously you can go and use these, because we are playing this, we can't get... We can only have one jewel. Like if you're going to do a mage... Definitely, you can definitely have that second jewel on there. I mean, just to play as a pure caster, you know. When this is, see how good these spells are. Because you got the frost, you got one of them that is 100% in, and not like these double scale. Like this is in faith, strength, dex. So even though new spells come clear, I've seen some of the new spells from the rock because they're like the same, but you also have to, you do get Millennia's Blade, you know? You have to go to they wouldn't have changed that because Millennia is a rock boss, you know? Having to rework all this is a year and a half's worth, 15 months worth of work. So, right, we've done it. Right, so it looks to me like we was on the right track. I had a feeling just going down, but that might have been the way. Drops down from coming into these places for the first time. It's sort of which way is left, which way is right. This is the cave that you've got a bit to drop down. The way, yeah. Rather than going round that other way. They would, I should imagine they would put a grace. Right, that's where we just had those and just jump back up. Hold on, that thing is still there. Do you know what, I'm going to leave it. No. So he was up there, so we jumped off there. So you got the Godskin Apostle and the Noble in here. So they still got those, yeah. If you don't know what this cave is, and you just go into the vanilla, then you'll know what the one this is. Because this is the way we've got to go. There's used to be a ladder up here. There's a couple of dungeons that look like it. These are one of the hardest dungeons in vanilla. Is this one here, the Fogriff Catacomb, which are in here, the Dark and Light Catacombs here, and another one. This looks like, well, I thought, right, let's go back and have a look. Okay. We are here. Oh, there's no grace. There's America. Oh, damn. Did we need to make anything with this and that? Spells might work. This is getting our spells, yeah, but it's from the new boss as well. Yeah, there's only 3 new bosses in here. Like major bosses, and this is one of them. I'm a little bit apprehensive, but there again, Malekith. I thought when I tried Malekith, I thought this weapon, that weapon. And guess what weapon done it? It was this weapon here. And spells, yeah. As of weapons, I kept them going through. Right, is this weapon going to work? The God Slayers. No, otherwise we'd have made it 12 because we had Quellins. I tried that. That's why I've started putting a bit into Arcane. This is the one. This is the new. I think we picked up another one just a minute ago. This is the new. Like Bloodborne, where you split it up into 2. And I think that is this one here is the same. Let's have a look at this. No, not this one. Nia's, so it's similar to that. So it's thrusting. Wow. Oh, we got the stake of America. Stake America, otherwise we had to go all through that again. Yep. Didn't think about that, did I? Oh dear, oh lord. Yeah, let's test the weapon out here. Take that off. Let's put that on in it. Get rid of this weapon because, yeah, testing is... We will go melee. There's a cast, which I very much would doubt. A little tiny bit of a heal. We don't need that. But we can put this other on here. Because this is about stamina, but some of these armor sets we've got have really boosted our stamina, including this one here. This took a lot of int and faith out, because the last two armor sets had no poise at all. And use right, as we're going to test out, see how good really this is. A powerful artifact granting many effects favoured by the Godskin. As you can see, 3 and faith. It's intelligence based as well. They're the only ones that went up. This could be spells, but I mean, we're getting our spells from the new boss, so. Alright, let's use the spell thingy here. The melee. I don't think, I'd rather go with this here. Because this shield here grants 8 additional stamina recovery. This is the best buckler in the game. Yep. Unless you start using some other ones that you've got in the class, but this is just, you can find this in vanilla, because some of these you've got some some classes you have to have a shield as well that improve. This is not one of them, but this one is very good at parrying. Yeah. But also, if we use this weapon here, even though it is a noble, I was stressing over the gods, Malekith, right? And I used this weapon here, not Malekith's weapon there, but I used that one there, and that was the winner. But it's strange that this goes more that holy when or you could go for this, but reduce your damage, and same as this one here as well. Or the attack. Let's see. Okay, Batman. Idris, the new boss, and these are our new spells, and we just decimated him. So these are the final spells of the mod. of this class. Twilight Wisp, no. Entwined Flare, no. Twilight Vortex, no. Soul Tether, no. Sever the Thread, no. That was our new boss. Wow, we just overpowered 288. I mean, say take 100 off of that. Would we have still been overpowered? This weapon has always been a go-to for me, because of the Death Cyclone. Moog is just gone, and the stats on this are right there. You just need 20. Sort of like if you was playing something and you just got stuck, all you got to do is put in this mod. So if it didn't involve in, then you just got to meet the requirements of in. But God, what are... And this one of the new bosses. Wow. These new spells, so... 10 in, 10 faith. Okay, a little one. 26 in, 26 faith. 32 in, 32 faith. 17 faith, 17 in. 41, 41. Cancel nearby Godskin effects for various benefits. Okay, so they've all got this new thing where when you get the final spells, I see it with someone doing the frenzy spells. So you cast a spell and it makes them aggro. But you have to do it in the spell mode. So you have to do it in... Well, there's your new boss. Might have been a bit of anti-climax, but still. We could have thought... I'll tell you something. I could have gone into this dungeon, right? Oh, 20 hours ago. You know? When there was nothing stopping me going straight in here and fighting this boss. You know? Because you don't have to break the ruin and go through here, or your path doesn't have to lead you to... Wait there. You'd have to break the ruin, yeah. To go down here and do all this, because they've modded all this area and all this down here. Just another Godskin. Yeah. Okay then, so that's an hour and 20 minutes doing that. Yeah. That's the new boss, but we zapped him within seconds. Yeah, literally. But there's still two new to... We're gonna technically check. Was it the jewel that done it? I don't know. Was our level that done it? I don't know. We're pretty powerful. Check out these new spells because they're... I don't know, I've never seen them before, but they've all got new spells.
Hey!
Right. Do you want to come on a journey with me to here from the Cerulean West Coast? Let's do this. And I've slightly transmogged Malekith's armor while we investigate the new Legacy dungeon in the DLC. And I found this by accident because when I first come into it, so This one here, wait, see the... How you get the easiest one? Yes, this one here. So obviously with this is just a scorpion. It's very easy to beat and get it quite early into the DLC because you don't have to beat Moog or anything like that. To beat Moog, that's to break the ruin, which lets you go underground and all that lot, and do Mesmer, and obviously do Consort Radahn. There was a boss up here. Whether they've changed it or not, but I could see it. Won't oh, it wasn't. Oh, the Dancing Lion, right? We've just literally done the Fogriff Catacombs and beat Eldris to Godskin to see, which is one of the new bosses. Yep. Already the other new boss is in the thingy, and I think the other boss is actually in here. Right, and I've just redone his armor because this does deflect how he should look, because one of the weapons we got from the Matriarch, it was definitely a lot harder than that boss we just beat now, considering that's a new boss that we made. But the Matriarch's weapon is still very, very good, believe me. Because we are using these weapons. But her Matriarch is more of a... It's the only one that does this. It's got to be around here somewhere. These are actually all new weapons in the mod right here. This, and this. As of this. These are not the fire furnace. Just trying to find the Matriarchs. This is a new weapon as well. I looked at this. This looks very, very good. I bet this goes with some of the bleed and other builds. This is one of our weapons. It's a thrusting weapon that does bleed and soul burn. Just trying to find the Matriarch weapon. We have had it on our tool belt, but it's there. So it's like that. Yeah, and it just does. It actually does the red instead of the black. You know, because I played the Garden of Eyes mod as well, which, yeah. You have to go and get another wet blade for that. We're in spell form, as we have got these new spells on our spell slot. Now, come with me while I take you on the journey that will usually take you to the other side. Instead of starting in the catacombs, this is the way that you go. And this would normally, in this mod normally before they've done this dungeon, so say 15 months ago this would take you through to the other side, and this is where I was going to go into a cave along here and get and find myself a somber, because this is where you'll get normally a shadow tree fragment, you know. But as of, yeah, you might have still got in there, because there's no shadow tree fragments in the DLC, just, you know, the weapon go up to +15. So I've all this lot, and these trying to, yeah, lightning absolutely destroys you. Now if this boss is from here, this I imagine this is a frost boss. So this is Nux. It's right here. It's Nux Annex, and you can see this. We're going to do a different thumbnail for this video because it might be 3 hours and such and such. If people skip through it, they skip through it. You know, I don't think anyone can watch unless you're watching everyone, because people with Twitch streamers, whatnot, they do one playthrough and they'll come back and do another class, because obviously a lot of people, bingo is very, very popular amongst Twitch streamers. The thing is, I can never play it. Why? Because I do not know anyone on PC. I do, but now this is the first time we're actually going in here, right? So I've actually got everything on here, and as of these new spells, oh, we haven't quite worked it out yet. These are the new spells, which are, and we're gonna. This is, you don't really need to worry about that. This is a very good jewel. It looks like it. Godskin. It seems to work with melee and whatnot, but I don't know, please. I'm just want to see. It's my first time coming in here, so whoever watches this is the first time on my channel. It's the first time for them as well. So I don't know what this is, unless they're coming towards us. Soul tether. Haven't got these. Some of these are quite low level, so they get up high. Oh, it is. That pulled us back. There is a very good spell here in a minute. It's a little bit like the weapon we use, not Malekith's blade, the other one. Nuxumbria, Forsaken City. Wow. Oh my god, it's... Wait there, I've got to figure out what is... These are the master spells, yeah, all new spells. I've seen the new spells and the rot spells, but the rot spells never ever got touched. While there was, over the years, a lot of the other spells added new spells. The rot spell class is a very good class. I liked it because of one particular spell they had that just, when you burst it, it just looked, it's like a million butterflies of like Millennia, you know? Considering at the time there, Millennia was the only boss. But this picture here, worth of a thumbnail, and we have to try and set this up. Alt plus F1, which is the NVIDIA app. Right there. It should have come up. Screenshot saved. There you go. There in the corner. Okay, that would do. I can read the character if I want to. But yeah. I thought I'd get that just in case, because my first video I had to get upload. Some guy done me for copyright thumbnail. That thumbnail that he done, not going to name the channel, but I might have done in the first upload, but anyway, it is what it is. That thumbnail he done was actually taken from Twitter. So I took all 3 thumbnails, which are free in the public domain, and as being, because this mod is free, I paid. I'm a, you know, and I can't afford it, believe me. I'm a Patreon, so you know, their Patreon goes up to £500. So these spells are so good. I think with this in combination, this at nearly max. I think I know what boss this is. I need to do a stream. There's a lot of new content. Do I really want to do all the content with this? I know the Huntress spirit I'd absolutely must be decimating the, because I see it was her in Crumbling Faramazula. And I think this is doing nothing there. Okay, then what is the other one that I was looking at? Okay, just like our weapon. That's like looks like a blend of dark and holy. As we go through it, Soul Tether. These are like some low level ones, but wait there. I was using before. Yeah. See, I'm not about okay, we could go. So, looking at the new areas. Look, there's loads of new stuff in it. There's lots. You know, you'd have to make a lot of videos, but I most probably will play 27 classes. Yep, all their classes, because they put you all on a different path. You go to a different part of the game, and some classes do take you to Consort Radahn, but there's plans for this mod to not have Consort Radahn, just like what I did for the Garden of Ice mod, where it's actually it's Consort Millennia, and it's also Mikula, God of Abundance, which is mostly some of the toughest bosses in from soft games. Forget like the hardest ever mod or the hardest randomizer, which I tried, because you got Radahn right at the beginning of the game, and you got to basically no hit him to start that run, and it's basically, if you know Radahn's moves, you're gonna beat. Yeah, because you've got no healing, that's why. But for me, I tried and I thought, you know what, it's no good. So it's lightning, I think, here. Being that those jelly guys are weak to lightning, but I also think this is frost as well. Like we just went through the dungeon, this is just a little bit bigger. So obviously, like everyone is well aware that all of the fingers have been done. Some guy I see moaned on Reddit because it doesn't look like the original game. The whole of this has been done, but I want to do a playthrough where, you know, where it takes me through here. For example, one of the spell class here would take you through Metia's place, because you have to go down here and find his, the fingers have been done, I know that. One of these that I went to was more or less like being down in this area down here yesterday. One of the classes would take you through Bale as well. I know that because I've played literally nearly all the classes before, until it gets to a stage where, you know, something else come along. But this is still a very fresh game. I mean, 15 months, even the devs are playing it, you know, streaming it. This is not finished. I can always remember what Couch Jockey said when I watched him live beat Consort Radahn. Underwhelming was unrelief, because I knew about, I didn't know what was going to happen with this mod. You know, I thought that was the end of it, because he said to his team, alright, I'd like to have this done, this is what I want done. And there's all like, that's 10,000 hours. And we've already put, you know, that in and more into the mod. So you want us to do another 10,000 hours? But he was like, yes, but not right now. But I just don't like how Mikula and it just doesn't make sense. Where's the ending? Meaning, where we whisked up into that like space and some time zone and explain us about why this happened. I can understand what you're saying, because it was just a bit of a blip ending, you know, and that was it. That was the DLC. Even as good as it was, however, you know, fights was, you know, you only have to beat Romina, Mesmer, and Consort Radahn. Well, the Garden of Ice changed it to Consort Radahn, which with Consort Millennia, which is free phase, she is super powerful. Then there's Mikula, God of Abundance, and that's the boss after that. So they've just updated the mod as well to a new area of that. So I just had to re-download it again. So we're set up in a Patreon with them. for a year and a half. Garden of Eyes. If I post something about them, because everyone wants it for free, the mod, then I get a flag. I'm not even a mod maker. I have to. Do you know what? I explained to someone like about Patreon, right? It's nothing to do with me, you know. And I said, do you know how much the Patreon classes are for this mod here? They go up to £500. There's quite a few people that I was looking in Patreon, because I'm on the tier up from Tarnish. That was for early access, you know, and there's a lot of people on Monarch, and those people in the comments would say, I'll just keep my tier, because Couch Jockey was offering the money back, because we had early access, and he said even the patrons, because you had to go up a tier, he said, nah, you can have the money back, and everyone was like, no, you guys have worked so hard on this, which they have. Now, I don't know how they earn their money. It's obviously through Patreon, it might be through how many downloads they get, because I know they thanked everyone for downloading when they hit 100,000 downloads, and that was a long time ago. So I really don't know how this all works, but if you're doing it full time, which a lot of these guys are, and there's Lord Xlot, who's one of the devs on here, he was working for 48 hours getting the early access for everyone. Literally didn't have no sleeps. His job was, because the launch wasn't working properly in GitHub, but I got it working after about 8 hours when everyone was already getting it working. Then obviously the mod is free, but when in these arguments, I'm just going to say that when I have to defend someone, if I choose to pay because the Garden of Eyes is a paid mod, they think that's the only paid mod out there. There is loads that you have to pay for. You think people are going to make everything for nothing? No. You go on GitHub and have a look. There is a lot. You'll be surprised. That's good. Charge forth. Goaler's man catcher. Okay. So the boss would just be, because obviously these are our new spells, with the highest being right there. This one here, sever the thread. Right. Sever the thread. Sever the thread. That's up the highest, that's the 41 in fight. I'm sure that's going back. Anyway. Yeah, if I comment on Discord to some of these people, or on YouTube when a patch comes out, and you get all the people that it should be free and all that lot, and I just put a comment and they come on and bombard me with it, but it's nothing really to do with me, you know. People want everything for free. You've got people that play the game with you can't do it no more, with a cracked copy of Elden Ring, and they want the mod for free, so everything has to be free. So I had it with this the other day. Someone commented on my video and they said, does this work without the DLC? And I said, no, you have to buy the DLC. And I said, if it's a money issue, well, I have extremely high bills to pay, and I struggle each month to pay them. And he didn't really say anything after that, and someone else said to him, Oh, there's a later patch down the line you can. But I was getting loads of people like this was on this mod, not the Garden of Ice mod. It's on this. Do you need the DLC? Of course you need the DLC to play this. But there's other versions you can play, but not old versions. It's a bit tricky to see where you're going here. One of this is they've made this. This is all new. Don't know if I'm going backwards or. No, this guy's not there. Right, so what does this do? This is our highest spell. Sever the thread. Okay. Let's see what it does. Sever the thread. This is the spell. That spell I was using. That's got the highest. These are all the Godskin spells. Right, sever the thread. Cancel nearby Godskin effects for various benefits. Check detailed. Okay, so you can cancel the effect of Godskin effects. We're not fighting any Godskin effects. Like what we was getting earlier, going through all those dungeons. It's weird that you can come in and that's not the 5th spell that you get. Well, no, but technically not. You could have done that earlier. But if you're getting that sort of spell, then you can cancel it out, yeah. So you could have cancelled out Malekith's and where I just was getting these spells. Fingerprint rostrum. Okay. Oh my god. Oh wow, that made me jump. Yeah. That was a definite jump scare there. Is this dwindling down? No. This might be Nox. Like later on when one of the Nox have to go through this new area as a route for the spells. Because you've also got the King of the, which they buffed boss or nerfed or done something, the militia. But someone said it was in the Halleck tree. So the Halleck tree path, going through the Halleck tree. This has all been, this got reworked a long time ago. But I know that you have to go in here for one of the, we're definitely going to do another bow playthrough because they've never finished it, which is fantastic. They've totally reworked that. and I know where the jewel is for that, because it's near level 1. So technically we'll be going there into the which I think is a new boss. I've got an idea who it is. But do I go? I'm just thinking. I don't like talking too much, but I am a bit of a talker. That's what I mean. That's living on your own does, sir. Is this a? We did have a spell. Wait there. Is this an invisible bridge? So I've got a spell that would launch you across that. There's a lot of invisible bridges here. Yeah. Even they put one in, these guys. See if I've got a rainbow stone, because there's quite a few things that will launch you over there that I don't plan on going to get right now. Because you could easily, we're in and out, and it means going out, or you'd have to go back to a grace and equip a spell, and it might get us over there. But there's 2 rings you can get where you can do a massive jump or a massive thing. One is 50 dex and one is 50 strength. Yeah, so you have to have, if you've got both, and you just have to go to those areas and get the thingies. But you just equip them. Yeah, it's how people would speed run in this game. But I don't know if this is invisible. Maybe we'd get there a bit later or something, I don't know. It's going to be the Nox, yeah, the Nox should start here then. Or they have something to do in this legacy dungeon. The Nox Oracle. Or it might not be. Well, considering this is a locked door. That spell is not a high rider, meaning that spell doesn't use a lot of FP. Oh, okay. Traps. They've added, yeah, the mimic chest is the best one, taking the mimic chest. Quicksilver rapier, so that's not new. So that's in here. I didn't notice. I noticed it says Nox Umbria, but it didn't click this. We went in through there. Nah, didn't put it together. There's a hole in the floor there. Now I thought they might have this patch might have been the finish, but I don't think it is. No. They'd want to change Consort Radahn, I know that, to something whatever, you know, and make it the boss of all bosses. That would be the plan. Because there's no beta of this game. It's out of beta. It doesn't say beta on the thingy anymore. You know, so it's out of beta form. So I don't know, I did question in Discord about it, and they just smiled as if to say, well, wait and see. This with this mod though, this has been the longest time between them doing this mod and updates and whatnot, you know? Guaranteed, this has got to be broken through one of the magic spells. It just looks like some of the areas in the Nox. Yeah, because these guys, they're weak to lightning. I haven't streamed for a long time, but my streaming is taken. There's not a lot of people interested in mods. No, most of the subscribers. Some of the new ones are, some might not be, but not interested in mods when I am, you know? And what annoys me is I know it gets to my nerves. I think they do it purposely, they don't talk. When I stream. So I put out a poll, I didn't even get answers to on my YouTube channel. Now we've got the wrong one on. We need the quick cycle, and the other spells are just good. Oh, it is cute. It is. Not as good as the frenzy spell that I've seen. Oh, look. Our spells come into... So at low level, it's popped up there. So the jewel come up. A powerful artifact grants many effects favoured by the Godskin Celebrant. So when we hit near death, and we've still got what you do get, where are these? Here, they're from the Sacred Tears. They give you life back, but it does pop. I predicted, and this, no, not this, these, because you got so many golden seeds in the game. I thought, would they do some of this? And they did. The golden seeds and the Sacred Tears come later, you know. So I sort of thought, because you got just so many, it was ridiculous. Like you'll be at 15 within an hour of playing the mod. Got the jewel effect, so that kicks it, so, or some type of spell kicks it off. That's the first time we got hit with it. Best thing about that spell is FP use. As Twilight Whisper, Now it's got the buff. So the buff might only last for such and such. Ah. So it activates, it seems, when you hit a low threshold. Or a status effect. Now the game works different, what I've been told. With bleed. Oh, I don't know, you've got to play for a while, really read the patch notes, but the status build up doesn't work like it normally used to work. It's totally different, so it's a bit difficult to say as I'm doing this right now. A force. They redesigned our boy here, gave him the metal. Okay, this is new. Of course it's going to be in here. Demi-Dragon Cleaver, Spinning Slash. Curved Greatsword of the Dragonoid Test Subjects of Noxombria. So I know what boss we're facing, this Dragon boss. Yes? And it's going to be a Frosty. That's why this mod has got it's got a lot of playability in it with the classes and the path system where you go down these different routes and whatnot, you know? Starline Sword. Well, that is in this area because before we come into this cave, that's where you pick up this sword. So. While we've been sort of going around here and whatnot, I've seen someone do. It's about 40 minutes to go through it or whatnot, but let's just open up the gate. Oh, there's a fog ball up there. Don't tell me this is boss time already. It can't be that we got all this up there. I don't know, there's a lot of new bosses they put in here, but I shouldn't imagine that is. This is locked, it could be anything. We could try the spells, but I know Melia's always been, well, not technically it hasn't this playthrough, we've had to hit the spells with this. Hold on. I know what this is. Yeah. I'll see it in the video. Yeah. Right, let's have a look. That is from this area. Yeah, I do know that. No. No. And they're wielding that new weapon we picked up down here. All our new spells with the one. So this is 32. This being 40 cancels nearby Godskin effects with various benefit checks. So it cancels the Godskin stuff. Yeah, we could have done that when we was getting hit with it all. Going through those areas with all the Godskin stuff. I wonder if this has got a stake of America. Is this? It's not. This looks like one of those, is this it? In that case, this looks like one of the memories. It's the memories like that, like a bubble. I think this is the memory. Yeah. Quicksilver husk. Broke our thing as well. Regenerating, yeah. Oh god, thank god for that. Clapped our cheeks. Yeah. It's a gimmick. I didn't see no... I kept seeing that. No, we're getting used to this dual effect here. No, I didn't see no... I thought it was a memory. The memory's like this, you touch that, you go into a memory. So we can't... just take that off. Just to really cast. That on. And the jewel is powerful. Yeah. But perhaps, even though these spells sever the thread. Now that I don't know what damage this is. Oh, this is a weird damage type. Just trying to. I've seen this damage type before, but just trying to think. It's like they're regen-ing. There's some unique weapons that we haven't picked up yet. I should have done... We don't need any more of these thingies, because to get these, you need 2 more of these to get these crystals. We don't need any more of these because of this class. It's only... that's it. So we've got 2 melee, because they're all these stack 10, and that's holy 10, so you don't need to go with... The shard of is on. This is wrong. Well, they're talking. Let's redo it. 15%. They said it's 50%. Right. Okay. Well. And. What I might do is get the girls out for this, because if she's regen him, nearly. But I didn't heal though. She's tough. I should have healed. But I was thinking if I heal, she might go back static. And... go back static. That's what I was thinking. I thought, oh, we should heal here. As soon as you do let us summon, I found these to be the best. I haven't tried out there. There's a lot of new ones like this, the turtle here. But if you use like a proper summon, so like one of these, then all your stats in half. So. Spells, they're not cutting it, no. Then just so you can put. Then take that off, put that on. Then that on. So it's the silver husk. So get these in. Wait there. Tough. That's as tough as we thought. Yeah. I don't know whether it'd be easier on your own or not because they're diverting the damage. But as soon as you start doing that, you've got to quickly get over. And I'm finding that difficult in there to get over. And break the while you're doing damage is to go back over there and the spells was sort of a bit meh. Wait there, did we didn't I do this last time? Got another physic there as well. Let these go in there straight away. Like a snail fight, yeah. He's been done. The girl's got her. It's a mimic fight. Yeah, the mimic fight is. It's just getting over there quick to do that. Perhaps you didn't need to get these, but it's aggressive, yeah. We lost what, 200? I don't think we have to worry about that. 200,000. Quicksilver fragment. A shard of hardened quicksilver broken away from a large body now wielded as a large knife. Galvanized by quicksilver left the material dry and brittle. Processed this is a new boss. The De Graaf merciless performed on many living silver tears. The first to survive the process and once his close servant. Trusted by his unique skill, quicksilver spray. Oh, so it's broken off from, yeah. So that's a dagger. We like daggers, yeah. Let's have a look. This comes under these as a big one. So the dagger, yeah, it's up here. And it scales with 130 crit. Scales with all the stats we've got in faith. This has to be with the Nox. This has got to be. Get back into our spell mode. Well, God, that's. I don't know about the toughest fight. It's one of those when you first fight a boss and you don't know what to do. Because when we summon those, we lose what, 10% HP. Not a lot, but it's how you can take care of it. Until I knew that they popped our, what do you call it? There. No, didn't. Not at that time. As soon as I got that, popped that, then those, because they do bleed. So I reckon she's, you know, celbrant is like a sort of like a bleed effect, but in a different way. Imagine like Rivers of Blood when it was back in the day, it's sort of similar to that. But well, this new boss is going to be like that then, because a dragon type. So you've got the Nox up there with the painting. So who's this guy up here then? They wrote new law. Something to do with the Nox. All mods have got the law. Right, so we've got our that on and Defiled Chapel, so it's the Quicksilver Husk. Mini boss. 50 new bosses. There is, because there's all these are these are all bosses as well. I thought they were quite strong when you first went in there, but okay, this is going back. This is going back. So it looks like if I go back that way and work up to there, And if you miss stuff, then you miss stuff. Not there. There might have been. So I mean, you can give yourself the deflecting by cheat engine, and you can give yourself the shard of Alexandra. But I know they buffed it. This feels like you're going backwards. Because when we killed everything. That reminded me of, yeah, that's the first really aggressive fight we've had. There's a lot of they've changed a lot. With all the other classes, you don't know how you would have reacted if you would have approached that differently with spells. Spells we got half, but then I could see those little things shining. You've got I was looking at the Storm Ruler class, and I thought that would counter something as, hold on. No. Wait there. Yeah. Right, so, no, right, okay. So we did get the grace, yeah. That's me. So I'm just figuring out what way it is to go. I know someone's done a video of this, a 40-minute walkthrough, but they could have had a max level character going through it. So if that looks like that might be going out. But then that we might have gone, yeah, we might have gone through that bit there. We coming down that bottom bit. Yeah, well, I don't know because it's new, isn't it? This dual effect seems to work whenever it feels like it. That's how I'm seeing it, you know? I'm sure we've been back here. Yeah. We come in that way. The ladder. Yeah. That thing, yeah. Okay then, so if we come in that, there's a hole here as well. So I imagine we come in that way, right? So we missed this over here. Ruin arc. Did you get a position? Well, you can buy infinite ruin arcs. This is where I think I took that picture as well. Well, no, it won't. It's when we first come on it. Because this was the whole, when they made the video of this, and you got the official release, obviously I didn't know there was early access. So I didn't care about the early access or not. I just knew, oh, because this was originally, I thought it was going to come out in February through not a leak, but someone that used to play a lot of this mod. And then when February come, I thought, well, no. Then it just was. They kept on sort of like, you know, going, oh, it's near. It's getting nearer and nearer. You know, then all of a sudden, you know, when the Garden Vise mod, you know, hoped for quite a long time, so we're beating that. And that's not by choice. It's by waiting for updates and thing they keep on saying they're working on, and a big update comes on, and which I still haven't been to that area. Then this happens, and I'm like, really? So, but it is what it is. I mean, it costs me when I can't afford it. I explains my electricity company today, you know, about the situation and how much it costs for everyone, you know, that are just living on the edge like I am. Just so difficult. Now, I really don't know which way I'm going. We got this buff. It seems if we're hit by maybe a certain element, I don't think there's this. It's got to be this. Then if there's a, these usually, this has gone a bit Bloodborne-ish. Well, perhaps. Okay. We might or might not have. I really can't remember. It's a totally new area. Like what we just, like what I've done with to get these spells. Seven and Brute, a 2-flight blade that causes excessive bleeding. I knew that beating that boss we did that just gave me this weapon, the Quicksilver fragment. Obviously Quicksilver because that's what it's made of, like the... I think we're going back. Got some people that will come here, they will scope out the thingy, have a look around, then they just go, okay, we know where to go now, then do the video, you know? Not blind. So this is, what's here, yeah, there's the Grace. And that's the picture of the actual thumbnail from the Convergence one too. That's their thumbnail of that picture there. Which you think you wouldn't, if you think, where is that? Because at the time you would not have known that was, because it's not, it's, you know, it's a new legacy dungeon in the DLC. I didn't know this was going to create one like this. I was just like quite content with the what they was working on, you know, with the I really don't know. I don't know if we're going backwards, forwards, up, down, left. Until everything's dead. I've been here. That's ice. So it's Iceland, yeah. So I bet you this class, what would it be if it takes you to here? Some sort of we'll find out in a minute if we. Yeah. Yeah. This is backwards because I tried the rainbow stones over there. So if I went, no, I hate the enemies respawn. You might notice when people make some videos that miss this as well. Larval tear, that's the first one we've picked up that is. Like in like DLC manner. They've redone also, I do know this, as we haven't done it, we don't need to. But they've also gone over Renala's Renala's place. Just thought about it when I picked up that for the respec. Even though it was redone anyway, but they've redone it again. The longest time between updates has been 11 months. With when they've done the overhaul mod, no, not the overhaul mod, when they've redone all this, and I got on it at the thing. This boss drops a pretty good weapon. This is like parkour at its best, you know. So I went here straight away because they redone that, and they've redone Storm Vow, and yeah. A lot of work has gone into this. Because then they're a team of what? I think about 10. And they're all very, very good at what they do. These guys make bosses like from Softy, you know? Modding has got so much better. I do know that speaking to people in the modding scene, a lot easier to do it. This is running in Mod Engine 3.1. No, this is where we had Husk. Yeah. So we need to be going that way. So if it is, so we need to be going somehow that way. This is an absolutely beautiful area. These photographs and everything, you know. And look at FromSoft. You know, they make some fantastic things. But look at this. This could be like, if you didn't tell anyone, you say, oh look, I'm playing the Dust Buds, and just hid all your stuff, and just went and sat, just took all your clothes off and made yourself into a male character or whatever, and hid all your you know, hide all your thingy in the options. You know what I mean? Just this picture and say, "Oh, we just had early access to the Dust Bloods," and post it like that. This would go mad. You know, port it to PC. No, you'll get done by YouTube, but I know. Or just early access, because... Right, so we have to go... Not... Right, it's not that way. Going back in there. Oh, look! When I'm blown, how easy to miss. Underneath. Gravekeeper's Brain Band. Skull bone of the old gravekeeper. Material used for crafting items, mainly found in the hidden grave of Charo. Yeah. I know why. Yeah. Because the lament has been done out as well. So the Lament's headbutting thing has been done out. That's what just reminded me of. Mainly found in the hidden grave of Charo. You know, all that way, yeah, in the DLC. Why is the bat doing so much damage? Well, we're going this way. Okay. You do notice it. Especially in the DLC with no, even though your weapons go up to 15, they removed all the thingy fragments. You do notice the more damage you take, but without looking at that, that's sort of, to me that looks like a Bloodborne enemy, you know. Wow. All new enemies, yeah. New summons. You might want to check these out with the new summons. These were new summons, these Bloodthorn Exile Ashes, and because if you use the main summons like the Glowthorn, then your whole health bar is nerfed, everything. Even though that you got the summoners class, I wouldn't use the summons because you won't have no health. You have to you give yourself 100 vigor. Unless they've changed it, but I'd rather play with how it is without the summons because you don't really need it. So is our lamp off? Yeah, we died. Considering the silver husk was pretty strong. I don't know about the main boss. He's going to be a frosty boy, but the silver husk was just kind of a gimmick, aggressive boss. A bit Bloodborne-ish with the aggressiveness, you know. You've got trick weapons in this game, yeah, that you can snap off and do whatever. But we've only found a couple, and when I heard that they was going to do some stuff with take some stuff from Night Rain, they sort of, I don't know if they backed off from it or they said yes and then they might have said no, but they don't want to step on from Soft's toes too much, you know, because you know it's all about rewarding. Wow. And yet you still got the tree up there. Yeah, you still see from this angle up here. Let's see if I can get some pics from up here. What is it? Oh. Alt plus F1. Got it, screenshot. So next thumbnail won't be a screenshot of early access, so okay, so it looks like we'll be going up. Now, when I tested that weapon that I got out of forehead, this here, and I died doing it. I think this, because it's Millennia's homage, I think it's got some bleed. A narrow light grade sort of a single level trap, but it's a thrusting sword, that's why I ended up dying. This is before that's when I, as this is gonna, how this is gonna fall into place is just what I've recorded yesterday, end of yesterday, and today. Whether we end up beating the that's our thing coming to protection then, because we didn't use our... So those light coloured ones, we've got weakness, or unless they're just strong. In poise, we're only 52 poise. I mean, you've got you can play this melee style. It gives you extreme damage to the spell. Shadow of the Ruin of the Night. Let me see. Shadow Arc, all new spells, Black Moon Urology. We'll look at these a minute. 21, 32, Arc, Quicksilver, one Vista Nox. So then you have to come here and you don't with that enemy. You don't beat that enemy. If you went in there just to get a weapon, it might be like to get that dagger as part of your thingy. But Shadow Bay, Night Shard, Quicksilver Affliction, some of this comes from it. Curse, the Shadow, Fears, Mist. This might be Fears, Mist, might have nothing to do with it because you've got the Storm Sorceries here as well. The Fawn, yeah. It is missing a big bit of it as well. So this is not Bleed, this is the Fawn one. I know some of the Vulcanist one's quite good. Obviously you've got a lot of this will be some of the Dragon Incarns. See, our spells here that we go into Wrath of the Queen, that's 42. The magic one is 42. That's the highest out of all these spells, even when we picked up the new ones. Now, I've played this class before because I remember this one, or you pick them up. But a long time ago I played this, you know. We come in. Hold on. So if we come through there. Why is that like that then? Hour and 31 minutes. Perhaps it won't be, I mean... Game... Okay, so that is 14. Right. The Vulcanist I know is pretty good as well. Do you know what? I missed this. Can you believe that? Yeah, because this split up in two. So let's go down that way, yeah. We went. Oh, don't tell me it's one of these. What is this? Okay, so you've got a grace, and you can go up there. That makes sense. And we went down that way, so that's a shortcut. Right. We don't have to do these no more. I mean, we can do, but it's because there's like this is only one class. We don't need to. Otherwise. Yesterday, if I would have taken anything over this, then yeah, so you do end up using a lot of these. Okay then. Negate storm effect. I've always never tried this because they made this. I always thought this might be going up towards NRLM to the wind effects, you know. This is the all-in-one cat ring, silence ring. What they made it, and I thought it's bugged because it's never seemed to work for me. Rather than sort of Lord, extend the spell effect. Shortens, that must be worth it. Oh, we've got 2 cracks. The double, but we have got that thingy as well, it's definitely worth it. Even this, literally, but we've got the other shield, so the glintstone, even that is because it lowers FP consumption. Then the warding, yeah. So if you was going, if I was planning on going, which most of the so if it's then the madness, yeah. So if I was going to go through the madness, go and check to see what that's like, then that one there is going to be like absolutely obscene. So this will be, even though the enemies will forward, but do I make this into 2 videos? This is getting so long. While I've got this girl here. 4 or 5 of these enemies throwing like stuff at you or whatnot. How they're dressed. Some of these reminds me just of the Bloodborne type enemies. This is going to take. The next upload, if I do something like 4 hours long, it's just going to take. Seeing this is not a stream, you know, a stream you can get like. Streams only pay like 4 hours, and YouTube stops paying, and we're not a Twitch streamer, you know. So let's just see before, because otherwise the video would be longer than so long, and people just don't like watching videos, you know. It's true though. Some people like long-form content, some people don't. How far are we from that boss? And I need to make a decision whether we do a part 4 on this. So I want to do it. I want to do a stream. Haven't streamed on this channel for quite a long time. And uploads. Dragon Kid. Yeah, I knew it. It's this lot. Right then, let me go. Bubble snare. Let me look. 69 in. They've moved it. Yep, they've moved it. This is the master spells. Look how high this goes. 60. Because so you've got 2 spell classes in here. So the bubble, one of these has been nerfed. So is the bubble thingy. So this is. Oh, I'm just trying to explain because right, the boss of this area does this frost damage, right? There's a class that is like this. And why some of these classes are good, you've got the Dragon Cultist, right? There's a single stat, that means it's faith only. And you've got all the melee stuff. This one is exactly the same, it's in Tony's. There's a couple of classes instead of their double stat, so you don't have to worry about, you can just do in and. Now I found the master spells of this, right? And I've played this class, right? And I've even picked up the master spells of this class, and it said this is not ready until another patch. And I've not seen these spells and how high they go up to, with this one being 69. This was behind Gaius. Now I know it's this class. Because I was getting, with the other ones we picked up earlier, these ones, this is the Nox. It has to be. You just got to look at the starter classes when you pick up the starter class, and I would tell you this is the Nox. You know? Anyway. We're most going to have to wrap it up because this is an hour, nearly 2 hours coming in here. So I don't know where I'm going. We've got to a save point in there and unlocked a shortcut. And I need to do another upload soonish before we face the new boss. And this is a frost guy. Then you've also got to beat the boss. And because we've already done... Oh, no. Because we've already beaten Malakev, so we just do that, then you beat Relic and all that sort of stuff. I'm sure when they do, yeah. I'm sure when they do redo, because this, you know, it's gonna happen. Redo. Let's have a little bit of a look, see if we can get to another save. Soft cotton. Where are we going there? Yeah. But I've already recorded a lot. These pictures lot of hefty freezing parts. Yeah. But that's a picture of when we walked in it. Do we come up that way? Let's see, I'm lost again. No. Right, cage. I'm not too sure if we've been this way. It looks like that, then that looks like that could have been an opposite way. You've also got that down, oh, you've got that down there as well. Or that's respawn, I don't know. This could have been, because we're going through it blind, this could be a video on its own, this. But there's still what we've done earlier. Getting my last spells. These ones. And what I recorded yesterday about getting the jewels. And I'm going to include how with the ones, it might help someone where if they're looking for a jewel and then they're not on Discord, I literally done every single one until I went into Discord and recorded me getting this one for this class, you know? Because it's a pain having to do all of them because they've got all weird names on them. There's a guy that actually I was watching that got it very quick. Started the class as this, yeah. As this class. Might be, I'm not too sure. Are we going back again somewhere? That's it. No, yeah, we are. No, did we see that earlier? Yeah, it's just a door open that we've got up here. Okay then. Wait there. Is this lightning? There's a grace after this, then always seems to be the mobs that do the most. Okay, we're getting very near to this bit here. We don't have to get every single item here because there's a lot of those. $2014s. I've never had that many. No, this class is definitely worth doing this one because I think these are the master. There's 70 in. And there might be some more because I picked up and it said the master not ready for this patch. Well, I mean, is this the boss? It is. That's the boss right up there. As soon as we walk in there, he's going to let down. That is the boss. Yep, you've got a stake of America there. So I'm going to leave it there and we're going to continue this because this is what I thought could have been, because I see someone do this in 40 minutes. Yep, just a quick go through in 40 minutes, but they might have run through it all, you know, before. But this is nearly 2 hours and yet there's still, the next video could be an upload of 3.5 hours. We'll leave the boss. So the plan really is, and this is for my subscribers or whoever watches the channel, is to, obviously we've done Malekith, so you have to be obviously Fire Giant, then you have to go back to I could keep this there's too much in here to do. You've got all the bosses, the new bosses, the vulgar militia and all that lot. There's a lot of stuff all been redone in here. To try and keep it, to try and like look at everything. The DLC, everyone, well, we know all the things have been redone. Bale, the whole of this has been redone. That's why a lot of people pick the frenzied class. Quite broke. We could go with that next. The frenzy. We've done it about 18 months ago. It's a bit of a tough start, but I know one of the spells have already been nerfed. But it's not like it's got some good spells on it. I mean, this is quite a powerful one as well. But we're right doing the boss here, and Yeah, it's getting late. So we'll save this because we've got everything opened up. And this could take 1, 2, 3. This could take a load of times. And I can do it, but it's whether it makes it into the next episode, because the next episode will be the jewels, locating the jewels, getting my jewel, beating one of the bosses, which is pretty easy, beating the boss to get my spells, exploring that new legacy dungeon. And we just come up to the new boss, and that is like nearly 2 hours. Anyway, let's leave it there, and there'd have to be a part 4 where I finish it, because I so need to do a stream, you know. So we get this, I'll try and get this uploaded tomorrow. Then there will be a part 4 of the Godskin. Will we peek in those areas to have a look? But the thing is, I can always start a class and stream to go to those areas. But we'll have to make, but there's going to be a part 3 would end up being like 5 hours, even though I've uploaded those before. No, even 8-hour uploads. People, you can see people got no attention, but they skip through it and it's been watched about 15 minutes. Is it worth it? No. So yeah, this will still be 3 hours plus. So that's what we're going to leave it here, and then we'll do the rest, and then just do that boss. There's still the boss in the Huntress in Crumbling Faramazula. That's still, you could go and do that to look as a new boss, but I think I'll just kill her straight away. When you could pick a class that actually does that, you know, because that would be most of the Mystic class. Yeah, because that's all. Everything I'm talking about has all been reworked anyway. So yeah, let's leave it for here. Otherwise, it's going to end up being too long.